Big up everyone, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in, man. Make sure you guys are like and subscribe, and welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another live stream, man. Welcome to another. We could call it an update on Mauricio Pochettino. An update on Mauricio Pochettino. As we all know now, Mauricio Pochettino has left Chelsea. Whether he's been sacked or not, we don't know 100%, but we know he's left. Mutual consent. Let's just say what the reports are saying. It's about mutual consent. Now, big up to Habibi Hussam. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button, man. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button. We're on the road to 1K, man. So make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, man. Big up to Isa, Ravaj, Nawaf, Abraham. Big up to all of you that's locked in, man. Show some love to the channel. And yeah, man, let's get straight into it. I don't know what to say anymore, man. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock, to be honest, man. People yesterday on my stream always telling me, Ziad, you look pissed. Ziad, you look angry. Why do you look upset about Pochettino leaving? And I'm not upset, and I'm not angry. I was just surprised. That's all it was. That's what it was. What it was. I'm just surprised, very surprised, and I'm still in shock. Yeah, yesterday I was in shock, and I was surprised, and I'm still in shock. To be honest, I didn't expect Mauricio Pochettino to leave, if I'm being honest, and I didn't expect it to happen the way it did happen, and all the news that's come after it. A lot of news coming after it. You know, I didn't expect that, to be honest. A lot of false comments have been made by Chelsea fans, which we'll get into. Um, what do you call it? Literally, as we speak now, there's still news coming out about when Chelsea won a manager, the news of which manager, how players have reacted to the information and whatnot. We'll get into it, but I think my biggest issue right now is the reasoning why Mauricio Pochettino has left. I don't think it's anything got to do with the performances. Not at all. I don't think it's anything got to do with performances or how well he's apparently done this season, getting us from 12th to 5th, or Europa League football looks like it may happen. A Carabao Cup final should be an FA Cup final. I don't think it's got to do any of that. If I'm being honest, nothing at all. I don't think it has to do anything got to do with that. Because at the end of the day, they're not. If an owner and a sporting directors and the manager are not on the same page, right? If they're not on the same page, they're not going to continue to work together. They're not going to continue to work together if they're not on the same page. It's as simple as that. And I think that's what it comes down to. For me, that's what it comes down to. End of the day, Chelsea have a project, Chelsea have a plan, like it or not. People may not like to believe it, and they might not think it's true. But at the end of the day, they've got a plan. Okay? Todd Bowley, owners, sporting directors, they've all got a plan. Okay? And if Pochettino doesn't fit that plan, and it doesn't fit that model and the project, then he's got to go, regardless of how well or how bad he done during the season. It doesn't matter. It honestly does not matter. Regardless of how well he done last season or whatever technically it was last season, all that, it does not matter. Okay, it does not matter. Chelsea got to look at their future. They got to look at their project and figure out, does Pochettino fit this project? Will he be able to continue with us? Clearly, they don't think so. Clearly, they do not think so. Chelsea have had their concerns. Yeah, they had that meeting yesterday, and they've expressed their concerns. Right? Their concerns about his tactics, his training methods being outdated, the injury list. Chelsea have said that they think that Pochettino has played a big part in the injury list. And let's not sit down and completely ignore how many big players were injured for Chelsea. Big players were injured for Chelsea. If those players were there and weren't injured, the likes of Nkunku, the likes of Lavia, right? All these players, if they were available, we would have got top 4 football. 100%. We would have got top 4 football. So if Chelsea feel that's how Chelsea feel on Mauricio Pochettino, and Pochettino also, it's not a one-way thing. It's not all the sporting directors don't want to work with Pochettino. Pochettino does not feel like he can work with these people. He doesn't feel like it. And it was said a long time ago. He does not feel he can work with the likes of Paul Bustani, with the likes of Lawrence Stewart. He doesn't. He does not feel that they will get along, and he doesn't see them working together on the long term. They're not on the same page, which is reasoning behind why he left. So we need to get that straight. We need to get that straight. The reason Pochettino left is because the board, and Pochettino are not on the same page, and they don't feel like they will be able to get on the same page, which is much bigger and much more important than how the season's gone. It doesn't matter how the season's gone, even if we ended up getting top four, right? Even if we ended up top four, that end of season review was probably still going to happen. Yeah, that end of season review was still going to happen. And guess what? They would have still expressed the same issues. They would have still expressed the same problems and the same feelings towards each other. And they would have still come to the same conclusion that they will not be able to work together going forward. As simple as that. So people can sit here and say it's ludicrous for these owners. These owners are clueless. Yeah. Why would you sack someone after he's turned it around? By the way, he hasn't turned anything around. He hasn't turned anything around. I can tell you that for free. He hasn't turned anything around. We have a couple good performances. Yeah. A couple good performances throughout the whole season. The whole season. Throughout the whole season. Right? We've been terrible. And because of maybe a couple games at the end of the season, he's turned that around. I'm not a fan of that. Because of all that's locked in, man. Make sure you guys are like and subscribing, man. He left. He wasn't sacked, so this is the owner's fault. I mean, you could call it what you like, but yeah, I think he did leave. But it was also the owners agreeing. You know, I think at the end of the day, these owners have to make a decision. They have a plan, and if he doesn't match that, he has to leave. But at the same time, you have to look about why he left and why. And because at the end of the day, people. This is why I don't think he got sacked, because Fabrizio Romano said himself, yeah, that Chelsea's main plan, and ideally, they want to stay with Pochettino. So this also shits on these people that were saying, what do you call it? It shits on people that say, "Oh, he was sacked because why would you sack someone when they've got good form? They're turning it around. The players are happy." Yeah, because we've seen some players' reaction. It's not good. It's not good. Some of the players' reactions is not good, and I'm going to be honest. And I question that, and I want to know why. I don't know if that's a good. I don't know if they need to sharpen up a bit and realize that this is Chelsea. It's going to happen. Yeah, or have we really made a mistake? Have Chelsea truly made the mistake? I don't know. But I start to question whether we've made a mistake or not when we target the likes, when we target the type of managers. Yeah, we've been linked with so far. That's when I start to question whether we've made a mistake or not. Not because of how good Pochettino is, not because of how good he apparently done in recent games or towards the end of the season. No, the only reason I question, the only reason I question why they may have made a mistake is because of the names that are coming in. They've set a certain target. They've set a certain target or certain aim for next season, which is top four and a cup, right? They've set that out, and I don't think the managers on the list can achieve that for Chelsea, especially not in the first season. The names that we're looking at for to replace Pochettino, I do not feel can achieve the club's targets next season, which is a concern. Which is a concern, right? But back onto why reasons to what behind why Pochettino was sacked. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Big up to you guys, man. Big up to Suleiman in the cut. Big up Baby Powder, man. Big up to everyone else locked in, man. Big up to you guys, man. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. They signed for Chelsea, not Poch, exactly. They signed for the vision. They signed for the project of Chelsea. Yeah? They signed for Bowley's plan, for the board's plan. They didn't sign for Pochettino. They didn't sign for Pochettino. Okay? They did not sign for Pochettino. They didn't sign for Pochettino, okay? Absolutely did not sign for Pochettino. They did not sign for Pochettino. So they need to realize that. Although I don't like the reaction. The reaction is quite bad. The reaction is quite bad. Um, but in terms of why he left, Matt Law said a lot, and we got to respect Matt Law. Matt Law was losing his credibility, I think, in my opinion. But he was the first one that I saw broke the news, and now he's the one that was he's the one giving out a lot of further um, reasoning behind why he got sacked. Uh, what you call it, and giving us a little bit of insight as well. So we give credit to not Pochettino, to Matt Law, um, in terms of giving us the news first and giving us some behind the scenes information, which I still to this day I don't understand how these guys get this information. If I'm being honest, I do not understand how these guys get the information. Uh, I do not understand how these guys get information. But fair play to them, man. Fair play to them. But yeah, listen. Reasons behind why Pochettino was sacked. We've got one here. Big up to everyone. Make sure you guys are like and subscribing, man. Show some love to the channel. We've been linked with every manager under the sun. We need to chill to see what happens. Of course, it's all early, Soliman. Habibi, it's all early. It's all early at the end of the day. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what is actually going to happen. People can sit here and say, oh, the owners of this, the owners of that. Why are you linking us with this? Why are you linking us with that? Yes, I'm still going to speak about it because at the end of the day, it's the news, right? I have to report the news. I have to talk about the news. But I don't have to believe every single little thing about it. I don't have to believe every single little quote. I can make um, have my own input on it. But I just firmly believe that people need to realize and wake up and smell the coffee, like they like to say. He did not get sacked because of performances related. Nothing was performance related, right? Chelsea probably used that when Pochettino started questioning them. Chelsea probably used that. They brought up the injuries. They brought up the tactics. They brought up his training methods. Yeah, they probably brought that up. But let's not ignore Fabrizio Romano saying Chelsea ideally want to stay with Pochettino. So you don't go from ideally wanting to stay with the manager, right, to then hold up, wait, your training methods are this, your training methods are that. Why are you going on? Where's all the injured players we signed? These signs we could have had a big impact. No, I don't think it's because of that. I don't think it's because of that, right? I think it's because they've realized the bigger picture is that they cannot work together. As simple as that. Um, as simple as that. We'll get into it, man. We get into it. Yeah, Matt Law did break the news first, man. To be fair to him, he did break the news first. So yeah, Pochettino was dismissive of set pieces specialists, insisting we are coaching staff in charge of everything, before later adding football belongs to the players, not the specialists. That was at odds with the structure being built by Chelsea's owners and sport directors, who have been made it abundantly clear they believe football belongs to the players and the specialists. That in itself is a disconnect. Pochettino believes something should be the way set pieces belongs to the players or the no coaching staff, and they're in charge of everything. Well, guess what? You're on the coaching staff and you're reliable for everything. Look how bad we've been on set pieces this season. It was performance related. Bali went in with the stats apparently. 100% he went in with the stats to back up his point and to get a point across. But end of the day, let's be honest, Fabrizio is not going to lie. Fabrizio did say that Chelsea want to keep Pochettino and want to stay with Pochettino. But Pochettino had to go in there and raise his concerns. Pochettino was saying for a while, and he felt for a while, that they were not going to get over the line together. And they were not going to be able to work together. How many times have he said that? He said that many times. Big up to your brother Jerome, big up to Daniel. My brother Ziad, I'm so happy that Ford got sacked. We've been horrible this season. Don't make the last 5 games for you. He should have gone from December or earlier. 100%. You can agree. We can all agree that he doesn't deserve to be here. This notion that Poch deserves to stay another season, he doesn't deserve anything. Okay, a lot of people wanted him gone. Okay, majority wanted him gone. and for some reason, all of a sudden, he's gone, and people have changed their mind. I don't get that point. I don't get why people have changed their mind all of a sudden. Why have people changed their mind all of a sudden? This is what I'm trying to understand. I don't understand. There's got to be a lot of question marks going on. There's got to be a lot of question marks. But I don't understand how people make out to feel to be as if he deserves more time. All right, bloody hell, man. Suleiman says, then how do they want to keep him? It doesn't make sense. If it wasn't performance rated, he would have been sacked. Listen, I'm not sure. I can't tell you for sure, Suleiman. But what I can tell you is Fabrizio is saying they wanted to keep him. They wanted to keep him. They did not want to sack him. But as soon as Pochettino walks in that boardroom and he starts saying, yeah, but I've got a problem with this. I don't feel happy about this. I don't feel like we can work together well. I think long term, I don't agree with your plan. They said, okay, we want to keep you. We're happy with you to stay another season. But if you don't think you can work with us, then we have to call it quits. And then Chelsea probably, to probably even for the media and even for themselves and for Pochettino, they listed some of their concerns as well. Because Igbali knows he's not perfect. All the board members know Pochettino's not perfect, right? They're going to list out the negatives. But the bigger picture is maybe you should stay one more season, you know? Well, Pochettino wants to call the shots, but it was never going to work. Well, apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not, man. There were no disagreements over who should be in charge of transfers or which players should be or not should be or should not be sold. The differences are explained as being more philosophical and relate to dynamics of working with a club structure at Chelsea. It's as simple as that. It's honestly as simple as that. They do not feel they can work together. Simple as that. They don't feel they can work together, which is a big concern. They can't. You can't force a relationship, guys. You cannot force a relationship. This is a football club at the end of the day. We can't. They can't just sit together and work together for the sake of it. It does. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, man. It does not work like that. Um, and then of course we've got news of Oh my god, guys, stop it! Bring Lampard back. Really, really. Sack the spawn directors. They are clueless and clown. I don't trust them at all. Appointment must be right. This is a big comment. Big Daniel, man. Big up to Daniel. There is big pressure on the spawn directors. Big pressure on the spawn directors. Massive pressure. Because we've already learned that these spawn directors doesn't what you call it have fallen out with the people they've hired. Why are you falling out with someone you've hired? That can't be good. That can't be good. Why are you falling out with someone that you've hired? It's your man. Pochettino was the sporting director's man. They chose him. Why are you falling out with him? That is not a good sign. That is not a good sign whatsoever. Why the hell are they falling out with him? Okay? And I don't understand. Listen, the main problem is the differences are explained as being philosophical and related to dynamics of working within a club structure at Chelsea. So Pochettino does not agree with the structure and the plan of the sporting directors. Why is that a concern a year into his job? Why are we a year, okay, into a job role and he's having concerns? Shouldn't that concerns be before he even joined? This is my problem. Not only does he have concerns of how the club structure of Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea had concerns over Pochettino's tactics, and one placed source privately described his training as as antiquated, old-fashioned, and outdated. So did they not know this? But I can't speak this early, man. Did they not know this before? They didn't know this before, no. They didn't know anything about his training method. They didn't know anything about his training method, or he bloody puts through his players through hell. He didn't know anything of any of that. No, he didn't know any of that. They didn't know any of that. So of course, people can sit here and question Poch, question his idea. But sporting directors, not only they have to have some, we have some concerns over them. The likes of them falling out with the person you hired, that's not great, especially in 1 year. Yeah, and Chelsea had concerns over Pochettino's tactics. So what the hell did you not make research? What was it? Did you not know what his tactics was beforehand? Do you know what I mean? What was his tactics beforehand? You didn't know anything about it. How did you not know anything about it? So not only on this, um, not only on this, which you call it, not only on this sacking and the fact that they've fallen out, but also for the future, they have to get this one right. They have to get this one right. They have to, especially when they're saying part of the injuries and part of the reason our big players have been injured throughout the season is because of this manager falling out with the manager they've hired, not getting along with the manager they've hired. That manager they hired ended up leaving. That puts a lot of eyes on the sport directors. Yeah, a lot of eyes. The fact that they set standards of a top four finish and a Premier League, not Premier League, or a top four finish and a trophy next season. Yet they look at the likes of Thomas Frank and McKenna. Are they deluded? So 100% sport directors have to have some blame, right? And another source close to Pochettino has described how during 2 days of talks with the club hierarchy, Poch said he was not happy with only having a single year remaining on his contract. So why did you sign the contract in the first place? What are you talking about, Poch? Well, let's not all do some revisionism, okay? And be annoyed. Yeah, no, what? Yeah, he's right. Why does he have 1 year left? No, 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 no. We were all happy when Pochettino got here and he signed a 2 year contract. One of the biggest mistakes we made with Graham Potter was give him a 5 year contract. Yeah. One of the positives of Pochettino was giving him a 2 year contract. He has to earn the extension, which apparently was in his clause, was in his contract. He has to earn that extension. He doesn't want his job to be in up in the air. He doesn't want his job to be up in the air with only a year left. I'm sorry, it happens. Players go through it. Why can't managers go through it? If players go through it, why can't managers go through it? You have to earn that second year. You have to earn that second year. You have to earn that extension. And if you didn't earn it, why should we give it to you? And you know you're the one that signed up for it in the first place. You knew after the first season you were gonna have a year left. What, you thought you were gonna guarantee an extension? 100% not, bro. 100% not. Big up to Saad in the cut, man. Subscribe. Come on, guys, like and subscribe, man. Show some love to the channel, man. We're on the road to 1K. Get the banner up, man. We're on the road to 1K, man. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Show some love to the channel. Big up to Saad, man. Let me just so yeah, a lot of questions have to be going towards the board, man. A lot of questions have to be going to the board, and a lot of eyes are on the board. 100%, a lot of eyes on the board. 100%, a lot of eyes on the board. Yeah, next season is a make or break for these board members. A lot of questions, a lot of pressure is on these board next season. I've already questioned them a lot throughout the season. I've questioned a lot. I've questioned a lot throughout the season. Okay, but next season is make or break. Next season is make or break. Okay, 100%, 100%, man. Big up to MR, man. McKenna is just another Potter. Hona's good season. Don't know enough about him. Thomas Frank, no thanks. I wouldn't take any of those three, man. Please do me a favor, man. Hello, Ziad, brother. How are you? McKenna coming. I have a feeling he will smash it. Big up to JC, man. Big up to JC, man. We're doing well. Everyone, listen, man. I've seen a lot of people doing McKenna. McKenna hype. I'm doing a lot of McKenna, seeing a lot of McKenna hype, man. The kind isn't that bad. We are overblowing this, to be honest. In my opinion, he's a good coach who's back to back promotions. We'll get into the manager situation a little bit on later, man. Um, we'll get the manager situation, but listen, I wanna have a look at I'll have to look at the players' reactions, man. I have to look at the players' reactions because the players' reactions have not gone down well. The players' reactions have not gone down well. You know, it's not gone down well, and I have to question why. I have to question why, if I'm being honest, man. I have to question why. Is it the players just they like a manager? Because a lot of people, to be honest, to one thing I will give Pochettino is that he looks like a likable guy, a likable character. You know, a likable character. You know, fair play to him. He's a likable character, even off some of his comments in the media and a few interviews and whatnot. He's a likable character. So I can only imagine what the board, well, not what the board, what the players who interact with them every day feel. Right, but but some reactions are not normal. Big up to James Bond, man. Jackson's reaction is not normal. I don't see him. I don't see. I don't find a player reacting to a manager being sacked like that normal. This could also be a case, brother. JC, the players need to come out and cuddly barbecue parties and get down to business. Facts. They need to realize this is Chelsea. We had one of the best players in the world. We had legends at our club when we were hiring and sacking players. Yeah, we had legends at our club when we were hiring and sacking managers. Big up to your HR, man. Um, uh, big up to you, brother, man. But yeah, another one in terms of in terms of why it was sacked. I've already expressed that I don't think it was a performance based, and I think it's a long term. They don't have the same long term vision. Um, Philosophical differences, no arguments, which was like so. It's just agreeing that they're not going to get on. Meetings on Monday and Tuesday. Club World Cup factor, which I questioned yesterday, but I'm guessing I'm guessing it's a case of course American owners. Club World Cup, I'm sure, is in America, so they probably want to win it. Um, Young progressive successor will be targeted, and then which just completely takes away the likes of Flick or Tuchel, and then Pochettino goes with his held head high. So I think they're just professional. The fact that there's no shouting, there was no argument. He goes with his head held high. I think it just shows that the owners were okay with having him. The Poch was happy with staying, but they just couldn't come to an agreement on the future of the club. That's it. That's it. But in terms of who is going to be Chelsea's next manager, this is another, not Chelsea's next manager, sorry, the players' reaction. Then we'll get to Chelsea's managers, man. Players' reactions for me have not been normal, man. Has not been normal. Have not been normal, man. Guys, make sure you like and subscribing, man. Show some love to the channel. Show some love to the channel, man. Ah, Habibi Faris, Habibi. It's understood Chelsea's WhatsApp groups went to meltdown after the Pochettino departure. Can someone explain this to me? Because this can't be good, surely. This can't be good, surely. Not only this, I'm also reading that several senior Chelsea players are very sad to see Pochettino go. Why is this? Why is this? Why are the Chelsea players so upset of this manager leaving? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Honestly, I don't get why they're so upset. I don't understand, man. And then the only player I think should be upset is fucking Conor Gallagher, bro. Palmer may be pissed. Yeah, maybe. This is hate, bro. I'm sorry, but the players should be ashamed of themselves. Maybe Suleiman. Maybe he protected them. Maybe he protected them. Maybe they don't want standards. Maybe they don't they thought that the level they were at throughout the season was okay. I mean, Conor Gallagher came out himself and said that it's a successful season if we get a European football. Maybe that stems from the manager. Maybe that genuinely stems from the manager. You know, but like when I'm seeing the likes of like, bruv, I'm reading it now. Pochettino in terms of Pochettino wanted a 12-month option. He was not happy with the number of potential sales. I don't believe all that. I don't care about that, and that's not my concern. My concern is this WhatsApp group going into meltdown. The fact that he's saying he didn't agree with transfers. Oh my God, Pochettino's leaving Chelsea because we're selling Trevor Chalobah, we're selling Conor Gallagher. I'm sorry. First of all, if a manager's leaving Chelsea because of Conor Gallagher, then he shouldn't be here. And two, we're gonna sit here and act like Pochettino Chalobah is Pochettino's number one centre back. The guy hasn't played all season, and people say injuries, injuries, injuries. We didn't hear anything of Chalobah the whole season. We haven't heard of the guy all season, and because he gets a run of games towards the end of the season, all of a sudden he's Pochettino's favorite man, and he's his number one centre back. Get out of here, man. Give me rubbish about Chalobah and Conor Gallagher. Come on, man. I like Chalobah, but don't sit here and tell me he's the reason why Pochettino's leaving, and Pochettino really wanted to keep Chalobah. Come on, man. Come on, man. But my concern is reading that this WhatsApp group blew up. Yeah, that's my concern. That key players that are not happy. Yeah, reading stuff like this. A representative of the star players at Chelsea has said that his player is devastated that Pochettino has left. I don't understand. I don't understand. I do not understand. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Apparently, the politician was playing. I want to create a club within the club. The players better get disciplined or get out. I mean, the players got to bloody get on with it. The players have to get on with it. As simple as that. They have to get on with it. They have to realize the standards. And we all know. I'm sorry, man. The managers, the standard stems from the top, and it goes also for the manager. It stems from the manager as well for me. It's all about standards. Thomas Tuchel walked in and set standards and made sure the players performed, and we won the Champions League. Like Abraham's saying, big up to Abraham. He's a soft manager. He will never care if the players don't work hard enough. If he's a soft manager, I'm not surprised why these players love him, or they're in meltdown, or they're devastated. You know. Honestly, whoever has a problem with it can go look for a move with their death row contracts, even if it's Palmer. Okay, man. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. People need to. I need to see more insight than reasoning behind why. Hopefully Matt Law can get us that information on reasoning behind why star players or the players are devastated. I need reasons behind why. What did they believe in? What are they so upset about? What are they actually so upset about that he has to stay? You know, what are they so upset about? Yeah, I don't know who even that is, brother. I don't know who that is, man. What you call it, bro? They act like guys at school, their favorite teacher leaves at the end of the term. Bro, I've never seen someone react like this to a fucking to bloody I've never seen players react like this. Honestly, I've never seen. I'm gonna get up Jackson's reaction. Like Jackson's reaction is not normal, bruv. Even Casado, bloody, they're using emojis, bruv. What are they using emojis for? Why am I seeing players use emojis when talk about their players or their manager? Why am I seeing emojis, bro? Someone explain to me. Someone explain to me. Honestly, look at this. Look at this, bro. Mister, it was a pleasure. With basically a crying emoji. Yeah? I wish you all the best for the future. What a person and what a coach. What the hell? What the hell, bro? Honestly. Honestly. Honestly, bro. Jackson. Guys, I've never seen a response like this from anyone. Look at this. This is not normal, guys. I hope you guys know this. This is not normal, bro. Bro, man's shaking his head. Man's like, bro, why is this guy gone? Bro, this is the thing. He's definitely questioning himself. Look at this. I know it's small, so you guys probably can't see it, but I'll read it out to you. I'll read it out to you. Love you, coach. Wish we could stay together for more. Wish we could stay together for a longer time. This is what he's saying. But may God continue to bless you and your family. Thanks for the advice and support that you are true. You are a true lion and fighter. Wish you all the best. Bro, I swear to God, these guys are talking as if they've been in for 10 years, they've won Premier Leagues and they've won Champions Leagues. I swear to God. That's honestly the vibe I'm getting from these guys. This is the vibe I'm getting from them. And I don't know why. I do not know why. This is ridiculous, bro. You remember when he played for penalties versus a bunch of 2-year-olds that shows his stupid mentality? Egbali will probably round them all up and be like, get over it and get over it soon. But they have to get over it. But this is like, you know what? I was just, oh my God, Abraham. I was listening to Simon Jordan in the morning, Talk Sport, yeah? And they reacted to this Jackson. They reacted to Jackson. Um, he reacted to Jackson post, yeah? And when he said, I wish we could stay together for longer. And Simon Jordan was like, yeah, you should have finished your chances then. And I was thinking, bruv, this is a violation. But it's not wrong in a way, bruv. It's not wrong. Jackson should have. If it wasn't for Jackson, we would have been in an FA Cup final. And we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. If we're in FA Cup final, I don't think we have this conversation right now. You know? Oh my God, bro. They literally passed the exam by studying last week. They're a hopeless bunch of idiots. You have to admit, yeah, that sort of man manager is very impressive. I mean, surely, yeah. I guess. If he can get players reacting like this to him being sacked, then he was doing something right. You know? He was doing something right. I don't know what he was doing, but he was clearly doing something right. You know? And not only that, I'm reading it right now. Fabrizio saying that Chelsea players were expecting Pochettino to stay. They thought he was going to stay. Right? Uh-huh. You know? And apparently Chelsea players learned that Pochettino has left via social media. I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not sure about all that. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy times, honestly, man. It's crazy, man. Some of these posts are mad, man. Some of these posts are mad. Some of these posts are crazy, bro. You got a picture here. Look at this. Another one here. Reposting Pochettino's Instagram comment. It's crazy, bro. Honestly, man. Honestly, bro. I've never seen a player react like this to a manager. And the only time I've seen someone react like this to a manager is when they've achieved so much with the manager. A Premier League, Champions League. He's been here for 5, 10 years. The guy's been here for not even a year, bro. You haven't even had a successful season in terms of standards of Chelsea. Why the fuck are you reacting like this? Why the hell are you reacting like this? You know? Why are you reacting like this, man? Why the hell are you reacting like this? And it's listen, not only listen, we can sit here and ignore the reports, but not only are the reports saying that it's not gone down well, okay, that some players are disappointed, WhatsApp group has blown off, we can see from the images. We can see from the images. You know, we see it here. Poch gone after internal review. Some players disappointed to see him go. Big call from now for Spawn directors to decide the new manager. Gone down awfully internally. People can read that and ignore it. Like, now you're waffling. What are they talking about? Why should the managers care? Well, we can see it from the images. We can see it from Caicedo's tweet or Instagram post, whatever. From Jackson's Instagram post. We can see it for ourselves. You know? Honestly, bro. فارس يا حبيبي, what do we don't want company, bro. زياد ايش المشكلة مع الكومباني؟ لا يا ابني, لا يا حبيبي, لا يا حبيبي, مش كده يا ابني, مش كده يا ابني. I'm telling you, Ziad is playing in the class in Russian language. Bro, I don't know what they need, bro. I'm shocked. I'm in shock, bro. I was already in shock yesterday when the manager got sacked. Yeah, I was already just in shock of the manager being sacked. Let alone bloody the players reacting like that. Let alone the players reacting like that. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, man. Show some love to the channel. Make sure we're on the road to 1K, man. So show some love to the channel, man. Show some love to the channel, man. And honestly, not only is it a case of the players reacting like this through social media. Ziad, what about company watches speeches and potential to be our Xavi Alonso, and also his link to Bayern job? I know he got relegated, but huge potential if he had better players. Maybe, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I want Vincent Company. I'm not a fan of all that rubbish, man. I'm not a fan of all that, man. Again, turnover at Chelsea coaches has led at least one of the players pondering if this is what he signed up for. Given the club has been managed by 5 different men over the last 2 seasons alone. Well, I mean, mate, did you not know the history of Chelsea? Did you not know the history of Chelsea? I don't understand. Even John Terry, Mr. John Terry is posted something on Instagram today. John Terry has had to say on Instagram. John Terry. Oh, got to see Pochettino and all of them leave. His brother, his son, and not know whatever. I just hope we don't sign or sell any players until we get a manager in, which we won't. And this is a great transition to managers and who we're linked with and who we should get. We will not be selling or selling anyone before we get a new manager. It won't be happening. It will not be happening. And there's a lot of reasons to that. Okay, there's a lot of reasons to that. There's literally I'm gonna find it now. All season has said himself, right, that Chelsea are going to get their manager. They want their manager in a matter of days. The matter of days. They want their manager. Yeah? In the matter of days. David Ornstein said himself. David Ornstein said himself right here. So, John Terry, we appreciate your comments, but we will not be signing anyone or selling anyone before we sign a new manager. Because as it says right here, David Ornstein. Chelsea will be looking to make an appointment in days rather than weeks. That's the information coming out of Stamford Bridge tonight. So Chelsea clearly have a plan, right? Chelsea clearly have a plan. People can sit and question Chelsea. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. These owners are clueless. Sporting directors are clueless. No. If we want to make an appointment in days rather than weeks, it shows we have a plan. Not only that, someone specific is saying Chelsea already know who the manager is going to be. They're just doing the final talks to make sure they're going to be on the same page. They don't want to repeat the problem of a Pochettino where they hire someone and then a year down the line, yeah, they start questioning themselves and they start questioning the idea. Okay, are you guys serious? People are sleeping on this McKenna guy, JC Facts. Really? Really? You think okay, JC Solomon or everyone in the chat? When I sit here and say and question, have Chelsea made a mistake? The reason I say that, okay, the reason I say that is not only because of the list I'm seeing in terms of the names, yeah, that's one, but also I have to look at the expectation of Chelsea Football Club. The expectation of Chelsea Football Club, yeah, it's not only in my view, yeah, win Premier League, win Champions League, compete. It's literally come out yesterday, yeah. I'm gonna find it right now while I tell you guys this. It's come out yesterday that Chelsea have set out a target for next season. They've already set out a target for the manager. They have already set out a target for the manager next season. Right? And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it right now. All right? They already have an idea of what the target is for next season. Okay? And I'm sure you guys all saw it as well. I'm sure you guys all saw it as well. Right? The target for next season is top 4 and a trophy. That is the bare minimum. Forget what I think. Forget what Lewis thinks. Forget what Bloody Hussam. Forget what anyone thinks. This is from the club. Okay, the club have set a standard that next season the new manager must get Champions League football and must win a trophy. JC, Suleiman Habibi, everyone in the chat, you sit and tell me, and you think it's realistic that the likes of McKenna, the likes of Company, the likes of Thomas Frank, Eddie Howe, you think these names can A, live up to this expectation at Chelsea Football Club? That's for one. Can they do that? 2, in their first season, you think they can live up to the expectation of being at Chelsea and compete for top 4 and win a trophy? That is asking for a lot. I'm being honest, guys. That is asking for a lot. It is asking for a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. It's asking for a lot. For us to sit here and expect the likes of McKenna or a Company or Thomas Frank to achieve top 4 and win a trophy within their first year at Chelsea is very difficult. It is very difficult. Right? It's very difficult. Very difficult. So I don't know. And we can have a look at the names, right? We've got literally Simon Johnson, and Liam Tooney earlier today. Chelsea identified a shortlist, right? Let me look at the chat first. But guys, make sure we're liking and subscribing, man. Come on. Make sure we're liking and subscribing. I'm literally finishing the stream and heading off straight to work. And I'm not back until 11 p.m., right? So respect the hard work, guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. We're on the road to 1K. Show some love to the channel. And yeah, man. And yeah. This McKenna guy has standards and he's willing to die working to hold them. Would kill if someone doesn't. I don't know, man. See, let me ask you something. Who was Andrew before going to Tottenham? He's a good coach, bar his high line, and got top 5 in his first season without Kane. Why can't McKenna be the same? I'm not saying McKenna is impossible for McKenna to do a job at Chelsea, right? But let's get something straight, Suleiman. The expectation at Chelsea and Tottenham is not the same. That's one. It's really not the same. It's really not the same. I honestly think it's asking for a lot of these caliber of managers to walk in and achieve Champions League football and achieve top four in their first season. I think so. It's asking for a lot. Chelsea's shortlist: McKenna, admiration for him. Enzo Maresca, I think that's the Leicester manager. Discussed. Thomas Frank, Brighton, not Brentford. Discussed. Sebastian, I don't know what, challenging to get. Apparently, he wants to stay at Stuttgart. The Zerb is unlikely choice, but cannot be completely ruled out. None of these names, yeah, none of these names, I'll be happy with, right? People could sit and say the manager this, the manager that. Okay, but I will say one thing. I'll say one thing. If we were to sign any of these men on this list, I will not come out here and say, yes, I'm happy, I'll take them. None of them. None of them. I will not be happy with any of them. There is not one manager on this list I will say, you know what? Yes, bring him in. I'm happy. None of them. Right? And I question whether if these guys can achieve what Chelsea fans want and achieve what the board want, most importantly, because whatever we want really doesn't matter, end of the day. To a certain extent, it doesn't matter. It's about the board, right? And if the board are asking for top four and a trophy within their first season, I don't think any of them can do that in their first season. I don't think any of these guys can achieve that in their first season at Chelsea. And Almiron, maybe. Yeah, and Almiron, maybe. But a Thomas Frank and Enzo, whoever the hell that is, and McKenna, I don't know. I don't know. Big up to Mookie in the chat, man. From all the managers, I would rather have Poch another year. Facts. I would rather have kept Pochettino for another year than any of these men on this list. Finally, Chelsea is playing better. He had a formula. He needed 1 year to know every player. What can they do? What cannot? Listen, I agree and disagree to that to a certain extent. But the first part, I 100% agree with. I would rather have kept Pochettino for another year than anyone on this list. Any of them on the list. I don't bet, brothers. Haram. I don't bet, blood.
Haram. Haram.
I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. Pick up to you, man. I don't bet, bro. But listen. Big up to Mike, man. Ziad, whoever the spawn directors get, they will believe that they can accomplish the goals set with this. Well, no shit, bro. Yeah, I get that, Mike. I get that. Of course, they're not gonna hire someone and question if they can achieve the goals or not. But is that we have to look at it. We have to look at ourselves. We have to look at ourselves. See, every top manager starts one day, but McKenna's not coming from nowhere. He has showed solid fundamentals. If he gets down to work, the results come. Listen, man, I'm seeing a lot of hype for McKenna in the chat. And this guy better be. Look, here we go. Kosovo baller. The guy's just promoted Ipswich back to the Premier League. Let him stay there. You're asking for way too much. There we go. There we go. I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy to think that this is just way too early and way too much for McKenna or any of these managers. This job is too big for any of these managers on the list. It just is. I honestly feel like it is. See, Soliman, I heard a lot of this yesterday. I had a lot of people celebrating Pochettino was sacked. Okay, fair enough. And they were completely ignoring who we may replace him with. You can't do that. I disagree with that. You can't ignore who we're going to replace Pochettino with. You cannot. You can't. I'm not. That's why people were looking at me yesterday on my street saying, "Why are you upset? Why are you angry? Why are you this? Why are you that?" I'm not. I'm just concerned on who we're going to replace him with. That's all. But it looks like Chelsea know who they're going to replace him with. But I'm not a fan of any of them. because it's not going to be Tuchel. Apparently, it's not going to be Flick. People say Tuchel isn't interested in Chelsea return. Flick will not be the next Chelsea coach, right? This is not interesting in Chelsea return. I don't know if this is true because I've also seen reports saying that Tuchel was waiting on the Pochettino, decision, right? And he feels that his job at Chelsea is not done. I've also really seen reports that. So I don't know. I don't know who to believe, what to believe. If he's not interested or he's waiting for a return. The point is he's on the market. The point is you can go and get him. You can attract him, right? Flick will not be the next Chelsea coach. I've also seen that's a Sky Sports Germany. I've also seen CFC Bayern, yeah, a very reliable German journalist saying that he's interested in the job. Flick is interested in the job. So there's contrasting reports saying that Tuchel's interested, Tuchel isn't interested. The other is saying his job's not done at Chelsea. One saying Flick is not will not be the next Chelsea coach. The other saying he's interested in the job. There's contrasting views and contrasting reports. But the major the picture and the big issue is that these owners don't want to go down this route. These owners and Tuchel and Flick don't fit the owners' vision. They don't. So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Whether Tuchel wants a job or not, whether Flick wants a job or not, these owners will not go for them. These owners won't go for them. Matt Law said it himself as well. Matt Law said it himself. Matt Law said it himself. All right? Bloody hell, man. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, man. No, I cannot amount for the problems he caused of way too much. Injuries, players out of position, weak mentality, losing 5-0 to Arsenal, losing to Liverpool kids. I promise you everyone will be better. I bloody hope so. But I'm allowed to have my concerns, Soliman Habibi. I'm allowed to have my concerns of the next managers. Salman, I'm allowed to, man. Salman, Habibi. I'm allowed to, man. Because I can't sit and be happy with the list. I can't. Toko is just trolling at this point. Would I take Graham Potter back? Have some respect, man. Have some respect. Honestly. Honestly. Have some respect, man. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, man. More candidates are set to be discussed to make their final decision on the next coach really soon. I think by what day is it today? It's Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the week we have our manager. I would not be surprised if by the end of the week we have our manager. If I'm being honest, I think by the end of the week we have our manager. Chelsea are looking for a modern, dynamic manager who can play offensive football, possession, improve the team defensively, and trust young talents. And this also comes down to people saying the owners are asking for too much, the sport directors are asking for too much, all that nonsense. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? All the owners want is for you to work with what you've got, to have a say on transfers, and not demand anything, and help with the young talent because we've got very good young talent. That's it. That's all they're asking for. And anyone that thinks that's too much to ask for is crazy. So as much as we shit on these board directors and we give them and we question them, they're not asking for too much in terms of the managers. They're really not. And of course, my dream, Thomas Tuchel. No talks took place between Thomas Tuchel, Hansi Flick, and Chelsea. Not even internal discussion. Both German managers are open to Premier League new chapter, as mentioned weeks ago, but nothing with Chelsea. Chelsea internal process for new coach ongoing. So let me tell you something right now. If Chelsea went for Hansi Flick would be a Chelsea manager. If Chelsea went for Hansi Flick, he would be our Chelsea manager. So let's not all sit here and act like the only people we've got is the young people. Yeah, we've only got young people available, only young managers available. No, it's not true at all. It's not true at all. It's not true at all. It's not true at all because they will take the job. They will take the job. Okay, I agree with that. The list we see is not the whole list. We only see what they want us to see. That's true. I can agree with that because maybe our next manager is not even on the list. Maybe, you know, maybe. But it's going to be one of those young managers. We can almost guarantee that. If Fabrizio is saying no talks took place between Thomas Tuchel and Hansi Flick at Chelsea, then it's not going to be one of them. Because people honestly, I saw a tweet from Alex Goldberg. I'll get it up right now. People don't respect Alex Goldberg. I think he's got a bit of credibility about him. He believes Chelsea know who their next manager is. He believes Chelsea already know who their next manager is going to be. It's just about taking that final step in terms of understanding that they're going to be on the same page, and a years down the line they're not going to fuck it up again like we did Pochettino. But I've just seen this tweet come up questioning how these sporting directors get this manager, and this is what they said when we signed Pochettino. Mauricio's experienced standards of excellence, leadership qualities, and character will serve Chelsea Football Club well as we move forward. He's a winning coach who has worked at the highest levels in multiple leagues and languages. His ethos, tactical approach, and commitment to develop all made him exceptional candidate. His ethos, tactical approach made him exceptional candidate. Yet one of the reasons why he left, and one of your concerns of him, not even a year later, was his tactics and was his training methods. Big up to JC, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe, man. Show some love to the channel, man. So this is where it doesn't make sense. This is where it doesn't make sense. They literally said one of the main reasons why he was hired was because of his tactical approach. Right? Yet one of the reasons why, okay, maybe not sacked, one of the disagreement they had and one of the concerns they had of Pochettino was his tactical approach and was his training methods. It doesn't make sense, bro. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. That makes no sense, bro. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, bro. And here we go. I don't know who that is. Martin Samuel in the Times. Always the manager's fault, isn't it? How did these clowns get to review Pochettino rather than the other way around? Holy shit, bro. Holy shit, bro. Suleiman, are you saying we play the same football from pre-season up to week 30? Oh, wait, did I read this wrong? Why exactly wasn't playing the same tactics from pre-season up until like... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We had pre-season, we played good football, and then he completely ignored that. He completely ignored that. Man, the football on pre-season was amazing. I was loving it. I was gassed. I was excited. 3 games into the season, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? So what tactical shit? You know? And then look, people sit and guys saying, why the sport director is reviewing Pochettino? Pochettino should be reviewing the sport directors. Listen, end of the day, they've got a vision, they've got a plan. People were even shitting on Bowley. Bowley not long ago came out saying he's happy with the project. The project needs times. It needs a process. You know, we're happy with how it's going so far. And then you're saying, and people were questioning him, saying, well, yeah, if you're happy with all that, since Boxing Day stat that we all like, then why are you getting rid of your manager? Well, first of all, Bowley and Iqbali and the board, they've got their own plan. They've got their project for Chelsea Football Club, not for Pochettino. Their idea and their plan doesn't have to rely on only Pochettino. It doesn't have to only be Pochettino. Whether it's Pochettino here or not, they're going to have the same plan. They're going to have the same plan and same vision. Pochettino just doesn't match that right now. Sadly, a year later, and it doesn't match that. It's not great. Of course, it's not great. But that does not mean their plan is going to change or their vision is going to change. It does not mean that at all. It does not mean that at all. Just because we got rid of Pochettino a week or two after Bowley came out and was happy with the project and he's happy with his plan and he feels the plan's going in the right direction, it does not mean they are clueless and they don't have a plan. It just means Pochettino's not the right man for this job. And you know what? They clearly do have a plan and they clearly back their plan if they're ready to sack someone and bring someone in a few days later. Yeah? If they had to do this, imagine, what would you rather? Yeah? Let me know. What would you rather? Yeah? Would you rather us hire someone straight away, which shows a vision and a plan and an identity, or take another 3 months to hire someone? What does that show you? Because for me, what it shows me is that if they took another 2 months or 3 months to hire someone, or whatever, a long time to hire someone, even 6 weeks, if it took them 6 weeks to hire someone new, it will tell me they're all over the place. It will tell me they don't know who they want. They don't know the profile. They don't know what names. They don't know the identity of the manager. They don't know any of the stuff. They don't know it. Right? They don't know it. But like Goldberg is saying here, which, like I said, he's got a bit of credibility about him. He feels, rest assured, Chelsea know who they want the next coach to be, next head coach to be. They're entering those conversations with him to see if they're on enough of the same page to get over the line. Let's also get in the habit of saying head coach and not manager. I can't remember what the difference is, head coach, manager, whatever. The point is, he feels that they know who their next manager is going to be. Or head coach, whatever. They know who it's going to be. That shows a plan for me. That shows something. If you can sack someone and not even a day later, you know who the next manager is going to be, it shows from top to bottom. It may not look pretty right now, but they do have a plan. They do have a plan, although it may not look pretty right now. You know? So we just gotta wait and see. We honestly gotta wait and see, man. That's all it is at this point. I've been wanting to say this for a while. A lot of the things right now is all guesswork. No one really knows what's going on. No one really knows what the plan is, right? And that could be good, that could be bad. Because I'm not going to say and act like all of us should know the board's plan and their aims and their goals. I'm not going to say and act like we should know what their aim is, right? By the end of the day, it's all guesswork. We don't really know. We just got to put that little bit of faith behind the owners, behind the sport directors, and hope they sign the right man. And hope they know what they're doing. Because from the outside looking in, like I said earlier, for people to think that it's not a lot to ask for a McKenna or Thomas Frank or company or Eddie Howe, you know, if you guys really don't think that's not a lot to ask for for them to get Champions League football and a trophy in their first season at Chelsea, I think that's too much to ask for. If you don't think so, then we have to wait and see. But I honestly feel it's way too much to ask for these type of managers to be able to get Champions League football and earn a trophy within their first season. I think it's way too much to ask for. But to everyone else locked in, man. I do have to head out. Though, man. Big up to everyone else locked in. Make sure you like and subscribe on your way out. Over an hour, we spoke about it, man. We spoke about Pochettino, the reasons behind he got sacked, future manager decisions, why he got sacked, who the next manager is going to be, players' reaction, the lot. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, man. Clinton, when Zerbi starts cooking the squad to watch all these frauds act like they knew he wasn't going to be good. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Zerbi's going to be good. Maybe he's not going to be good, man. I don't know. Like I said, right now, I'm gonna look. I've been asked weeks ago. Yeah, who's your ideal choice and whatnot? I always said Hansi Flick Thomas Tuchel. I've come to the conclusion it's not going to be any of these two. I've come to the conclusion it's not going to be any of these two. So based on the names that were linked to, it's Almiron or no one. We have to get Almiron. I think at this stage we have to get Almiron. If I'm being honest, the only manager that can come in, I'm like, you know what? Okay, fair enough. Is Almiron. Other than that, I'm like, I really don't know. I really don't know, man. Big up to all of you that's locked in, though, man. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Big up to Abraham in the chat, Toka, Lucky, Suleiman Habibi, Chelsea Blue, Clinton. Big up to everyone else locked in, man. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing on your way out. We are on the road to 1K. We are on the road to 1K. So if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, show some love to the channel. And yeah, man, without further ado, I'll catch you lot soon. That's what I'm saying, man. We got the squad for it as well, maybe, man. But yeah, guys, listen, show some love to the channel. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. We're on the road to 1K, like I said. And then yeah, I'll catch you guys really soon. And let's see what happens at Chelsea Football Club, man. The next, it's only 12 o'clock here. The rest of the day is going to be crazy. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. Friday's going to be crazy. The whole week is going to be crazy. So make sure you guys are liking, make sure you're subscribing. Show some love to the channel. And yeah, man, big up.